Hi folks, I'm Zerfall and welcome to C64 Sunday. This C64 Sunday seems to be brought to us by Nostalgia, who cracked this game. This game is of course Leaderboard Executive Edition, and it is game number 58 on the Lemon 64 Top 100 as of August 31st, 2014. And this game came out in 1986 by Access Software, and it's by Bruce and Roger Carver. Any other information? By the way, it had a score of 8.45 in the rankings, with 66 votes adding that up. This game doesn't have a lot of sound to it or anything like that, but we'll hear a little bit. We're going to go ahead and play with one player. It's going to be me, Zerfall. And I'm going to be a novice because I am not very good at this game, especially the putting. I'm going to put it to the first 18 holes. Now, the C64 wiki for this page only has all of the executive or all of the leaderboard games sort of lumped together. So I'm going to do my best to parse out this information, but I think this was the one that kind of made it into the top 100. I'm not sure if there's another version of the game further up the list. I probably should have checked on that. However, it is a very good golf sim for the system. And you can see here where it's the classic. If you played any games in the 80s and early 90s for golf games, this is pretty much how they worked. Your power went up, you pressed a button, it came back down, and you had to hit it in the right spot to get the best sort of stroke. I'm just taking a quick look here. The 8-iron is probably exactly what I want, or the 9-iron. Almost full. Not a perfect swing. Now, as a novice, the wind, as you can see, is not affecting my ball at all, which is perfect. I wish they had that for real golfers that were novices out in the wild, but they don't. And you can see here, we've got a little sundial stick that somehow tells us the slope of the green. I'm not quite sure how that makes sense, but going 23 feet, I'm going to try to go about there. Still not enough, geez. And that's my problem. I always underestimate how much I have to hit the ball by. Regardless, I've played through these 18 holes about 1.5 times, and I'm still terrible at putting. 4 feet, though, I do know is about there. And in we go. So, managed to break even on the first hole. I haven't embarrassed myself yet. What did magazines say about this game? They said quite a bit. Zap magazine gave Leaderboard Golf a 97% rating in the 86 edition. And they also called it the greatest sports sim, or maybe they just said might be the best sports sim of this year, maybe even this decade. I don't think that came true. I think that sports sims continue to be improved upon, and that this is hardly the epitome of the genre for the 80s, mid-80s, early 90s. Even the golf games got better. But do you know what? The graphics on this game are pretty good, and they actually beat out, I think, a lot of the DOS games that came. Oh, that was bad. I didn't realize how badly that worked. Every other time that I've gone into a sand trap, I've gone ahead and used a wood instead. Or not a wood, I've used an iron, but it didn't matter what iron I was using. It just acted normal. I just assumed the wood would act the same way. Terrible. Anyways, I've got a little chart here that gives me the readout for the best club to use for yardage. I'm going to go with the 3-iron. It doesn't tell me specifically use this club. It just gives me the yardage ranges that it will do. And I'm just kind of guessing at what might be best. I'm going to max power this 3-iron. Yeah, well, no, I'll go to the 2-iron and not max power it. All right. Oh, perfect snap. I might have gone too far with that one now. I just wanted to make sure I got... Oh, that's not too bad. I just wanted to make sure I got out of that trap, which I did. Now I've got a long putt, but it's kind of downhill a little bit. 33 feet. Okay, so that's... maybe there. Oh, this might be my first time. Oh, no. About the right speed. Too far to the left. That was my chance to get below par. Oh, well, let's head this way. 11 should be about... No, that's only 4 feet. Oh, see, I'm terrible at this. I always underestimate how hard I should hit it. And when I try to overcompensate for my underestimations, I always end up way too hard. So we're 1 over par now. Not so great. What else do people have to say about this game? Happy Computer gave it an 81%, which is, I think, a little bit low. Now, I believe what I did this... maybe not. Let's just aim to the left a bit. It is possible to hit the trees, and I just might here. Yeah, I thought I might get over. But it doesn't matter, because right now we're right next to them, and they won't be in our way anymore. So it kind of worked out well. Aim to the right a little bit here, and we'll go down to a... I'm going to say a 3-iron. Yeah, that seems about right. No. That's only 100 yards away. We'll go down to an 8-iron. Maybe even a 9-iron. No, 8-iron is definitely the way to go here. All right, I want to make sure we get over this tree. Power up. Snap. I think we're going to make it. Oh, are we on the green? Looks like we might just be just off. This is where, in DOS golf games, you often could change the putter and just really crank it hard and kind of get it to work. We're going to aim right about there. 22 yards, eh? That's not very strong. Oh, could I have possibly gotten it from here? Pretty darn close. Maybe I'm not getting so bad at this game after all. Okay, this way, 2 feet. Come on! Oh, well. It's kind of lame of it, but... yeah, it works fine for 3 feet. Psh. Jeez, when you get within 2 feet, it should just have, as long as you don't crank it to the max, you get it in. Oh, well. So, another over par again, with no excuse this time. And if you see here, I think we can, I don't know. We should be able to, actually, I want to just go with the 5. 5 wood here and hit it like that. Let's give this a try. Hopefully it doesn't go all the way over. Oh, geez. That's not so bad. It's going to be a long putt, though, if it counts as a putt. It doesn't. We're just outside the putt range, which is pretty lame when you think about it, considering they don't make the green a different color. 21 yards. Well, that's not going to be very strong. Oh, way too strong. Oh, hope I'm on the green this time. Jeez. I did manage to get a hole-in-one when I was just practicing the game, but I don't think that's going to happen this time. 47 feet, jeez. Come on. Come on. Oh, finally. Some vindication. I managed a long putt. All right, this one here is 175. We're just going to go straight at it with a full power swing. Oh, not full power. Let go too late. Going to go right into that trap. However, with a par 4 and this trap being so close to the thing, going to a pitching wedge, we should be able to easily make this work. Yes. Not bad. All right. Well, another long putt, not quite as long as last time. I meant to push that a little harder. I didn't need to, I just needed to aim more to the right. But I'm actually pretty happy with that putt. I didn't do too badly considering. Aim to the left a bit. 4 is about there. Perfect. All right, if we could just get a couple below pars, we could salvage this a bit. What do we got here? There's a water trap. All right, so that many yards. I'm going to aim a little bit to the right just to make it, well, I wish I had an overhead view. That's one thing this game is definitely lacking, is an overhead view of the courses. I'm sure maybe the instruction booklet included them. Oh well. So let's go ahead and give this a swing. Not too bad. I think that'll keep us safe. Yeah, we might have landed in the water if we aimed to the left a bit. Might not have, but it's worth a try. Now, like I said, Happy Computer gave this an 81. Cultboy.com back in 2009 gave this game an 8.34. Lemon64 gave it an 8.5 back in 2007, so it's actually come down in the rankings. I won't be surprised if that has happened again. C64 Games gave it a 10 out of 10. And the 64 in issue 7 gave it an 8 out of assumed 10. What are we going to use here? 3-iron? No, that's way too strong. We want something more like a 7-iron. Well, no, 6 iron, I think. And if I hit the flagpole, it'll actually make a noise. How close did we get it? Oh, not too bad at all. Okay, 16 feet. I know that's too strong for 8. I'll go like this. Come on. Oh, no. Got to get better at judging how much it's going to curve. We'd be under par many times if it wasn't for that. Oh, 13 inches is going to just be pretty much hit it. Oh, come on. Really? Hit less than a foot? I'm starting to dislike this game more and more. I had no kidding with it the first time. I got pretty close to par, but now I guess I'm a little camera shy here. Now this one is the one that I managed to get a hole-in-one on. Now what did I use? It's 145. I think I used the 7 iron for this one. Let's give it a try. Okay, so if we're lucky, that'll just go right in there. I thought it was in. The ball disappeared and everything. Oh well. Still, we're going to get back a little bit of what we lost here. And I was going to say, if that skips over after last time it being on 11 inches, hitting at 0 didn't go in, I'd be upset. So we got 2 under that time. No, 1 under that time. It was only par 3. However, not too bad at all. This one is a good distance away, but it's a nice straight line. This one's probably one where the wind is supposed to be the issue for you. But playing as a novice, magically the wind does not affect my ball. So here's our chance. What are we at here? Oh, 156. That is still pretty far away. Actually should use this whole club, but just a smidge off the top there. How does that look? Oh, beaut. Okay. How close are we here? 17 inches. Oh, and this is perfectly flat. Okay. Perfect. Okay. We're bringing it back. We just need one more good par and we'll be back under par. 1 under par and we'll be back to even. I think we're going to aim to the left a little bit here. No, I think we can go a little bit. I just don't want to hit the trap. So I think this game right now, I'm really just focused on how much power I'm supposed to be using. I can't help but try for the snap, but I don't think it's affecting us too adversely. There are going to be trees right in the way, aren't there? Oh boy. Okay. I need to get up and over. 7 iron should do it, I think. Yeah. Just don't hit that other tree. Should have aimed a bit more to the right, I guess. I was worried about hitting that first tree, though. The fact that it drew it all is one thing, though. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we got to go way over here. Like this. And like that. Oh. Whew. That is good. All right, we're at -1. A little bit of buffer room. Playing a little bit below par. Not too bad. It's the best I've played, actually. All right, I'm going to assume we have to land it on this this guy here. Oh, I think we landed right in that sand trap. Oh, just on the other side of it. Not too shabby. Okay. Full power hit. We're going to go a little bit to the right here, not too much. Oh, just under full power. It should get us pretty close, though, assuming it doesn't land in that trap. I can't tell if it bounced over or not. Nice. Okay, so we got to go like way over here like this. We got to go like 3/4 the way up. Oh, man, that wasn't even enough. It was almost the right strength. Perhaps hitting a little harder, it would have been the right hook. A little curve around there. However, at a par 5, being this close to the hole, not too bad. That's going to be a little too hard, I bet. Nope. Nice. I'm becoming rather impressed with myself. Well, so 2 under after 10 holes. We got 7 holes to go. We should not do too poorly. All right. Yeah, I guess we gotta aim that way a bit. They do make them relatively straightforward and easy to read holes. I should have aimed more to the left, though, that time. Ooh, we're gonna have trees right in the way, aren't we? All right. I think we're gonna have to go all the way to a 9 club almost. 9 iron, I should say. Use an open face club, a sand wedge. Let's do that. Yes, up and over we went. Oh, and you can even see through the trees a little bit. I'm actually really impressed with how they must have like some sort of math program that 3Ds out the course so that it can draw it all depending on what angle you're at and everything. Okay, we gotta go way to the side. 39 feet, eh? Let's go about there. Let's go about there. Oh, no, not at all. All right, we just gotta make par. That's all we gotta do. That's what we came here for. Oh! A little too hard. A little too hard. Come on. That would have gone in if it was 4 feet away. And I know you just... It should be telling me feet and inches here, so I know if I'm closer to 6 or if I'm closer to 5. All right, straight up. Now this time that should be about the right amount. Whew. Almost didn't go in. Well, we lost our par advantage, but I suppose it's a good thing we had it at all. Let's see here. We should be... Oh, it's not aiming us at the pin at all. It's only 161 away. We'll go with a 6 iron. Aim that right about there. Because it always goes way further to the right than you might expect from where you put that little dot. Although this time, not so much. Still, though, I think it got us on the green. And the greens are getting more and more slopey. All right, so way over here. Now that seems like I hit it way too hard. Maximum's supposed to be 90, so half of that should be 45, I guess. You're right. Okay, fine. You win game. You did the correct amount of power. But we made par. As long as we don't miss par. Now, this is one of those ones where I'm like, I'm probably just better off hitting it right into that sand trap, using a iron to get it back out of it, because it's going to get me pretty darn close. It's a pretty big trap. But the pitching wedge goes 80. You know what? I'm going to use the 9 iron. No, I'm going to use pitching wedge. Oh, I should use the iron. I knew it. Stop doubting myself. All right, how close are we now? Well, this time the pitching wedge probably is the right answer. I messed way up on that snap, but apparently messing up on the snap when you're using the pitching wedge in the trap seems to work. All right, aim to the left. This is our... Well, this could work out okay still. That's not going to be way hard enough at all. Oh, come on. That was barely moving. The amount it jumped out of that hole. Jeez. So these are the times where I start getting frustrated enough in the game that I start playing very poorly. So we are at +2 now. Darn. Oh, look at this crazy thing. All right, 300 yards away. I think we're going to have to play it safe here. We can't make 300 yards. Let's go to the 5 wood. If that lands right in the water, I'm going to be slapping myself. Jeez. All right. Well, when you're wrong, you're wrong. Nope, that landed right in the water too. There we go. It's the 1 iron's the right answer. Not that that helps me now. I just figured if the 5 iron was just short that the 5 wood was 1 short. The 1 wood would have been enough to go in. We're going to want to go down to the 9 iron now, though. That might be a little bit far, but it'd be amazing if it just bounced right in. Oh boy. Alright, so we do want the 9 iron, but we gotta hit it too light. I should have turned that to the side too. Ooh! That was close. Alright, so... Come on. No way. Well, we're going to be 3 over this one because of my poor planning. If that jumped out, I was going to freak out. So, yeah, as golf games go, this one looks a lot nicer than a lot of the DOS games, especially the EGA ones. And it plays really smoothly. The draw time isn't too long. I don't know if the person that hacked it fixed that a little bit or not, but I have a feeling it wasn't too bad. Look, there's a lighthouse in the background and a ship. Nice scenery, although a factory seems to be there as well, which isn't too pretty. Get over that trap. Oh, just barely. When I played golf games with friends and family back in the day, we always used to try to kind of make the crazy shot that just might work, but never did. I went the 8 iron this time. Max power 8 iron should put it directly into the hole because that's exactly how far away it is. I don't think it's going to work out that way though. But we always tried for the crazy shots. Oh, maybe if you shoot over the water here, it'll go in. Maybe you can barely catch it here. And every once in a while you'd find one where that's exactly what it was. It would, you know, they have a bit of water, but if you aim it just to the right spot, there's a little bit of land for it to hit with a maximum stroke on a 1 wood, and it would just like bounce it onto the green. And suddenly, a par 5 is done in 2 shots. Those are the types of things I kind of like to find in golf games, and I don't think this one's going to have any of them, just because they're not very crazy courses at all. Plus, without the overhead, it's harder for you to try to plan those sort of shots. Don't go in the trap. Not bad at all, actually. Okay, 111. Let's back this to a 1 iron. And 211, I should say. We don't want quite full power, but we'll probably go with it anyways, just to be safe. You don't want to undershoot on a water hole. Yeah, see, it barely made it on. Because that maximum distance is how far it goes with a bounce, which is important to consider. Okay, 28 feet. Quite a bit of a slope. At least I hit the right kind of angle. Trying to dig myself out of this hole. I don't think I have enough holes left to do so. 5 feet. There we go. I didn't overpower it that time. Yeah, I'm going to need like a hole in one. Especially on a par 3. Alright. 169. Well, that should go a little bit too far. Oh, but I went a little too far to the left. And so it still got caught by the trap. So if you look, if it was slightly to the right, it might have bounced off the rough and gone in. But straight up to the pitching wedge. Well, at least should par on this. I shouldn't have said anything, though, because now it's going to have a huge slope or something. I'm about there, 27. That's not going to work. It's uphill. I'm just so leery of going all the way to halfway after the last time I shot it and it went way past the hole. 6 feet should be about there. Well, I'm getting the short putts down at least. I didn't even used to have those. So this is the 18th hole, last hole of the course. I'm going to guess that right there is what we want to do. And I didn't even look at the power gauge by mistake. I've just gotten used to the timing for max power because that's what I've been doing on almost every shot. That was a close call, though. How are we going to do here? It's a little bit too far. Do you know what, though? I think we're kind of stuck on it now. Yeah, we almost made it out of the trap there. Pretty darn... Ooh, we might have actually gotten out. I don't know if that's going to count, but 32 yards isn't very far, so... Yeah, that is a nice, clean shot. Ooh, a little bit more and it would have gone in. Apparently it did go in. Interesting. Well, that wasn't too bad. We ended up +3. Not the worst score, considering I haven't played this game a crazy amount and gotten used to every single one of the holes. I'm sure there are guides out there that might tell you exactly what you need, but there are 4 more courses for you to play if you choose to play this game. And I would say if you enjoy old school golf games, this one doesn't play badly. I do like it. It does deserve a spot in the top 100. Is it the best golf or the best sports sim of its decade? Probably not, but it's pretty darn good for the time that it came out. I'm Zerfall. We've been playing Leaderboard Executive Edition, and I hope to catch you next C64 Sunday.